of the happiest place on earth, where any discount that they offer is just a little joke, and you have to get a bank loan for a churro and a Coke. Mickey's got a strong pimp hand at Disneyland.
Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey.
With the geek by your side, even if your butt is wide, you can roll with the ride through the red fair. With the geek, you'll be fine. You can look like Frankenstein. He will not decline. You're the answer to his prayer. His geeks don't care. I wanna rock, but that means being inclusive of people and the cultures, but appropriating them. I wanna rock, but that means being conducive to a balanced life of work and play and avoiding all blues. And I wanna rock.
Miss Garcia, the vaguely slutty Spanish teacher. What young man could learn how to roll his R's when his pants look like he's hiding cigars? The only phrase in his mind is estoy cachando, which is Spanish for I'm super horny. Visions of hot dogs wrapped in tortillas was a legend of Miss Garcia.
Super Danny's only super when he's blackout drunk. He can stop a robbery just by blowing chunks. When you see the damn signal of a bottle of Jack in the sky, let you know you can rely on Super Dan. Oh, you can bet that he will show. Oh, 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 if he's face down in a Merlot. Put on some sweatpants, some wet pants and butt-leg slippers. Put on some sweatpants. I said they still fit tight and your butt still looks nice, but you won't have to walk like you're walking on ice. So wet pants, kitties and boobs, 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 kitties and boobs. I'm gonna get me designer babies, the kind that don't eat, don't cry, don't shit. I'm gonna get me designer babies, no butthole, butthole, butthole. I'm gonna get me designer babies, the kind that don't eat, don't cry, don't shit. I'm gonna get me designer babies, no butthole, butthole, butthole. Punching fucking Nazis so hard it gives them the runs, and then we'll sit right back, relax in the grass with our picnic in the sun.
Here I am just yakking away with my microphone off. All right. Well, now we got to start the show again. We got to start the show. Hey, it's Word Salad. It's Thursday. My name's Phil Johnson. I'll be your comedian for the evening. Stupid. I should, it tells me like 5 minutes into the show that my microphone is muted. Thanks, Restream. So anyway, welcome to the show. Thanks for hanging out. We haven't done one of these in a couple of weeks here because I had shows. Drop a comment in. Let me know who's here. Let me know who's tuning in and where you're tuning in from. And we're gonna have a good old time tonight. So what I was yakking about to myself apparently was that I wasn't entirely enthused about coming on to do this tonight. And here's why. I always have a great time when we get here, but it's the getting here part. And you may relate to this. I always have people come up and tell me, oh, I'm such an introvert, I could never do what you do. And here's the thing. Almost all the performers I know are introverts, especially the best ones are introverts. And there's all sorts of reasons why we may do this type of thing anyway, despite being introverts. But what it comes down to a lot of the times is that you just go, oh man, do I really want to do that show tonight? Do I have to do that show tonight? What if I didn't do that show tonight? So part of why my microphone's got a problem. Part of why I send out the emails to you and the text messages about these shows and things is because I know once I've announced it, now there's people expecting me to show up and do this. And so even on the days where I'm like, my introvert brain is like, maybe what if we just didn't do it, right? I know that some of you are expecting it. So I appreciate you being here and pulling me out of my little introvert hole that I've been in all day today. What is going on with this microphone thing? My netting is out of whack. Anyway, I'll fix that later. So, so we're here. We're going to do some songs. I'm going to tell you some stories from the road from the past couple of weeks. Got some interesting things that have happened, and we're just going to do the thing up. So I want to start with a cover tonight. This is The Letter by the Box Tops, which is, oh yeah, professional show, kids. This is one of my favorite all-time tunes, and so I like to play it. Here we go. Give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-coming home. My baby, she wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Gotta get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-coming home. My baby, she wrote me a letter. Well, she wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, mister, can't you see I gotta get back to my baby once more? Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-coming home. My baby, she wrote me a letter. Wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Listen, mister, can't you see I gotta get back to my baby once more? Anyway, yeah, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-coming home. My baby, she wrote me a letter. My baby, she wrote me a letter. My baby, she wrote me a letter. There we go. Awesome. Hey, Jason, what's up? Good to see you as always. By the way, if you're watching inside the Team Philogelos community, you can leave comments on the actual post in the community, but there's also a YouTube comment box there. And if you use the YouTube comment box on the post in the Team Philogelos community, that will pop up right here on my screen in front of me so I can see it without having to refresh the page, which is over on that monitor over there. So anyway, yeah, little box tops to get us happening here. So if you are, if you're new to the team, if you're new to the world of Phil Johnson, just as a brief introduction, I'm a comedian and a songwriter. I've been in the comedy biz for 20 years now. Ooh, 20 years this month. Oh my gosh, it might actually be 20 years this week. Now that I'm looking at the date, I feel like it was October 20th-ish something was my first comedy gig, which was, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It was at a place called the Hyena Theater in San Francisco, which is thankfully free of federal agents today because they backed out of that. Yeah, for San Francisco. Okay, it's because San Francisco is not going to put up with that. Anyway, the Hyena Theater, San Francisco. Theater, very strong word for this place in an office building with some folding chairs. But that's what it was called. And they had a comedy music show that they were putting together that my friend Groovy Judy actually turned me on to. And I feel like I've got a picture of Judy here somewhere. Let me find it. That's Tim Sweeney. That's my mentor. There's Groovy Judy. So this lady right here, she told me about this show. She got me on my very first comedy show. Groovy Judy, very fun to watch. You should go see her if you catch her. And so anyway, I had been playing out in coffee shop gigs, doing my solo thing, as well as working with my band Roadside Attraction at the time. I'd already been doing that for a good 12 years, I think. And then as I kind of fell into doing these solo shows, I wrote a couple of funny songs. Those started to click with people. And Judy was like, hey, I heard about this show in San Francisco. You should see if you could get on it. So they put me on the show at the Hyena Theater in San Francisco. And that was my first legit comedy show as an actual show. Yeah, she is. Jason, love Judy. She's awesome. I've known her for years. And the MC at that show, I didn't even plan on telling this story tonight, but the MC at that show was this lady right here. Excuse me, Lynn Ruth Miller, who at the age of 72 was just starting her own comedy career. She was emceeing the show. I was the first act on. And Lynn Ruth said, hey, you know, I need a guitar player for my act. Would you like to come and do that for me? And I said, what's the act? And she said, well, you're gonna play Anarchy in the UK by the Sex Pistols while I throw lingerie at the audience. And I was like, that sounds like too much fun. I'm absolutely in. And so I had done this one little comedy show with my couple little funny songs. Lynn Ruth took me all over the Bay Area to all the different places that she was already tapped into after her first couple of years as a comedian. And then started getting me sets. She would tell the producer, hey, Phil's got a couple of songs. Put him up for a few minutes. Hey, Phil's got some material. Put him up for a few minutes. And I sort of fell in to the comedy community. And here's something that happened right away. Comedians don't like guitar comics. In fact, guitar comic is kind of a pejorative in the comedy community. And there I was, guitar in hand, playing my little goofy songs. Now, why that is, I don't know. Some comedians think it's cheating to not just stand there and tell jokes into a microphone. That's obviously ridiculous, right? Use all the tools at your disposal. But, and others were just nervous about following me because with music, you just change the vibe of the room. And so I started catching guitar comic flack right off the bat. And I thought, well, if I'm going to be part of this community and playing these venues, like I was about 6 months in maybe at that point doing that type of thing, I thought, well, I should learn how to do stand-up as well. And I didn't take a class or anything like that. I'd always been a stand-up comedy fan. I just never thought that I would actually be doing it. That was a total surprise to me. And so I started watching stand-up comedy with a more critical eye, what we call in music, what we call critical listening. And so I watched comedy with a more critical eye to actually not only just enjoy it, but to pick apart what they were doing and how it worked. And I even went so far as to like transcribe comedy specials. So I would watch like a Jim Gaffigan special and actually type out the entire script of the show as I was watching it so that I could see what a good joke looked like on the page. And that was so valuable. And then I would do somebody completely different like Stuart Lee, who is a wildly different comedian and very long-winded and winding stories and things like that to see how that he was doing it, see what that looks like on the page. And so as I did all that, I was out playing these comedy shows, writing jokes, putting them on stage, bombing my ass off. Doing it again, going home, editing, rehearsing, putting it on stage, bombing my ass off, and then going out and doing it again, and started traveling around the country. I started my first road gigs where I got out of my own local area, I think was 2009-ish. Actually, my very first like out-of-town gigs was in 2005 when Lynn Ruth Miller took me to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in Edinburgh, Scotland for 2 weeks, which was amazing, so fun. But my actual first road gigs were about 2009, and I started going out, and by 2012-ish, I was headlining small shows and things like that. So I'm very privileged that I get to go all over the country and perform for people and tell jokes and make people laugh and either make them forget their stress or explain their stress in some cases, and it's simply a wonderful, wonderful way to make a living, as difficult and strange and weird as it is. So we'll talk about some of those road stories. But if you are not yet part of Team Philogelos, which is my nationwide fan community, a fantastic group of people, If you have not joined yet, make sure that you hit this little QR code here right on the screen. That will take you to where you can join. It's free to join. We do have some, paid membership levels if you want to do that kind of thing, but there's always a free level to invite you into the community, and I would love to have you. So click that little QR code there, and that is the sort of general introduction to me if you are new to the team, or if you're not on the team yet and you're just happening by on Twitch or YouTube or wherever you're watching this right now. Okay, cool. So if there's a song that you would like to hear, feel free to drop that in the chat, and I would love to play it for you. And if you got some requests, you can throw them in there. If there's anything you want to talk about, or if there's anything you got a question for me or anything like that, go ahead, drop it in the chat. I got some things I'll tell you about, but I like to hear from you too. This is way more fun when I can hear from you. I did a weird show the other day. I did a show on Discord. This was kind of a last minute thing. If you're on Twitch, you may have run across Comedy Hub on Twitch, which is one of the Twitch channels over there. And Jay, who runs that channel, has been doing online comedy shows on Twitch since the pandemic. So we're 5 years or something now. He's a great dude, runs cool shows. And so we were all doing Comedy Hub shows back in the day, and I still do some for him every once in a while. So Jay buzzed me, and he was like, hey, are you available Monday at noon to do a show in Discord for a bunch of crypto bros? And I was like, sure, all right. Didn't pay a lot, but he only wanted me to do 15 minutes. And I was like, all right, cool, yeah. So earlier this week on Monday, I went into Discord, where I've never done a show in Discord. Went into Discord, and it was the board monkey people, right? Remember the board monkey NFTs, those things when that was a thing? So it was the board ape, but not board monkey, board ape yacht club people. And so there were, I don't know, a couple dozen people in this Discord room, and almost no feedback at all. It was almost like doing a live stream like this where I can't hear you, except for there were people there that could have turned their microphones and cameras on, and they didn't. And so I did 15 minutes of jokes, pretty much to no feedback at all, which is why, like on here, I don't do a lot of stand-up. I do a lot of songs, and I'll talk to you and things like that, but I don't do stand-up, because stand-up is weird when you don't have feedback. That one I had to do stand-up with no feedback. So it was literally just like running through my jokes, hey, ba-doop, dang, bang, and hoping that somebody was laughing in the ether somewhere out there. So that was a very strange show. But hey, noon on a Monday, I don't get to do comedy noon on a Monday very often, and so that was the place to do it. There are times, and my girlfriend has said, why can't you have shows during work hours? And that's because everybody else is working and nobody's going to shows. But it does cross my mind every once in a while where I go, yeah, it would be kind of nice if comedy happened in the afternoon, and not always super late at night. But anyway, so if there's a song that you would like to hear, drop it in the chat. I'll be happy to play it for you. Right now, though, I will play. I'll play one of my picks here. Let's see what I got. I'm still getting my voice back after not singing for 6-7 weeks after my hernia surgery, but it's coming back pretty good. I feel like I've been in pretty good shape. Hang on, I lost our little banner down here at the bottom. Let's put that back. There we go. That way you can find me on all the places. Okay, so let's do this one. This is a breakup song, but the good kind of breakup, for when you wish the other person well. I wish only the best for you, and I wish for your happiness too, and I wish for your new boyfriend Steve, motherfucking Steve, to have his nutsack torn wide open in a chainsaw accident. It doesn't take it off, but just opens it right up. So he has to chase his testicles as they're rolling down the driveway while he bleeds out. And I hope that you see them and think, oh my God, I had those in my mouth. Because that's where I found them when I found out you don't love me anymore. There we go. That's a nice little breakup song called Wish You the Best. I've had some cool and strange gigs over the last couple of weeks. Hey, Brittany Brown's here. Woo! What's up, Brittany? I want to show you this. I'm going to show you some pictures. So the last 2 Thursdays, we didn't have one of these shows simply because I was doing shows elsewhere. And so 2 weeks ago, here's where I was in Fair Oaks, California, playing for a sold-out audience of just about 500 people. I think capacity was like 485 or something on this huge stage. Look how tiny I look on that stage. Huge, huge stage. Sold out. 500 people in front of me in an outdoor amphitheater. And it was really super fun. It was one of those shows where you're like, oh, that's right. Here's why I do this. Now, the toss-up on something like that, it was a show for the city of Fair Oaks, California, which meant I had to keep it clean, right? And it was in like their downtown neighborhood. So I couldn't do the dirty jokes. There's always a catch, right? By the way, when they tell me to do a clean show, what that sounds like to my ears is don't offend the white people. That's usually what that means. That's my definition in my head. Don't offend the white people. That's what a clean show is. And so but look at that. What a beautiful venue this is. Just this huge stage. I look so tiny. I felt like I needed to run around the stage more. Super duper fun. And a kick, just a kick. The following week, last Thursday, I was headlining, which is going to be a weird word to use in this context. But I was headlining a show at Twin Pine Casino, which is in Middletown, California. I don't know if Kara's here, but Kara was there. And it's a good thing because there were not that many people there. I'll tell you, here's the picture. All right. Way different, right? So different than this one. Yeah. So this one, okay? This was such a bizarre show. Now, usually casino shows are pretty solid. I like casino shows. They give you a room for the night. It's a pretty decent room. They often comp you some food. The showroom is usually decently set up. The crowds are okay. I don't have to do a ton of promotion for them, things like that. Now, they do fall under also don't offend the white people. So they're often cleaner shows, or there's some sort of ground rules of engagement for those type of shows. But this one, oh boy. So they originally were doing the show at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. Okay. That was running into football because it's in like their sports bar area. So that was running into football, and they decided, well, let's move the show to 9 o'clock after football's done. And my show was the first show at 9 o'clock. So I get to the hotel at like 4:30 to get checked in. It was like a 3-hour drive from my home. And I get there, we check in, I get checked in, and I go down to look at the showroom, and I go, there's nothing on the stage. There's no PA system. There's no microphone. There's no nothing. Okay, well, maybe the person who is going to set that up, their AV guy, has not set that up yet. Cool, no worries. I go up to my hotel room. I do a little bit of work. About 6:30. I go back down because I'm going to go have something to eat for dinner because they haven't given me any food comps or anything. So I'm going to go to a taqueria down the way. And still nothing on the stage. There's no microphone. There's no speakers. There's just a blank stage. And so I asked the bartender, I said, hey, just so you know, I'm one of the comics. Here's my contact, Kristen somebody or other. And I'm supposed to make contact with her. Hopefully we're going to have some sound gear. And they're like, yeah, we don't know, really? Okay, great. I said, well, I'll come back. And I went down about a mile down from the hotel casino. I had some of the worst Mexican food that I've had in a long time. It was the salsa tasted like tomato sauce. And the burrito came out. And you know when you see a burrito that you can tell whether it's going to fall apart or not. I live in an area of amazing burritos. They're all amazing burritos. And they all know how to wrap them. This one came out and it was like, it was like that shape. And I knew as soon as I picked it up, it was going to fall apart, and it did. Terrible burrito. And so, had my bad Mexican food. I went back, and this is like 7:30. Show's at 9, still nothing on the stage. Nothing. It's like 8 o'clock, getting close to 8. Nothing on the stage. So we're trying to find my contact. Nobody can find Kristen, whoever, who's my contact. Nobody knows what's going on. Some of the bartenders had said, oh, yeah, we had people come in here at 7 looking for the show. And we were like, well, I guess it's not happening tonight. So they were actively sending people away from the show who would come to see it. Kara and her friend came. Thank you, Kara. and there were a few other people who thought there might be a show. Sheila's here. What's up, Sheila? That there might be a show. So there was like seven people waiting for this show. So we get to like 8:05, and I text the guy who booked me, he doesn't work for the casino. He's an independent producer, and I said, hey, there's no PA system. There's nothing here. Nobody seems to know what's going on. And he's like, okay, well, it's still early. It's still early. It's less than an hour from the show. So we're coming around to like 8:45, right? We got people waiting for the show. Not a lot of them, but there's people waiting for the show. Hey, Kara, what's up? Yes, we are doing this tonight. Kara, a big hand for Kara for coming out to this Twin Pines show last week that I'm telling you about right now. So Kara knows we're getting to like 10 minutes to 8 or 10 minutes to 9 showtime. Still no PA system on the stage. And so Gabriel, my feature act that night, I said, we don't want to keep these folks waiting. They did say our IT guy is coming with the PA system. Did you hear that? Not AV guy, not audio-visual guy, IT guy, the guy who does the computer stuff. No, that's not who brings the PA system. They said he's coming from Clear Lake. It's just 25 minutes away. Holy hell. So I talked to Gabriel. I go, we got some people here. They've been waiting. I don't want to make these people wait longer. So about 9:05, Gabriel goes up and starts doing the show on a blank stage with no microphone, just raw dogging it bareback and telling jokes to 7 people. And he was a super trooper for doing that. Gabriel is a pro. I love working with the dude. He's very funny. And so he's doing it 20 minutes into Gabe's set. IT guy shows up with the PA system, and it is 2 shitty little speakers that I know are going to sound trash. And then he's trying to hook up a wireless mic. So Gabriel Tay says, we're going to hook up the PA system. I'll be back as soon as it's done. I'll do another few minutes, and then we'll bring Phil up for the closing set. And so the guy's down there, and he's like trying to get this wireless mic working and not getting it. Why? Because he's an IT guy, not an AV guy. And so he can't get the wireless mic working. And I go, wait a minute. I said, I've got a cable and a mic in my guitar case. Let's just please use that. So we plug in my guitar and cable, or my microphone and cable that I carry with me for episodes like this. And we get that going. Finally, the speakers sound just as bad as I thought they were going to. It was like doing comedy through an airport PA system. Just now boarding. It was like, it sounded terrible. Gabriel goes up and does another 10 minutes or so, and we're having a good time anyway because we're doing what we love. And then I go up, and it's Kara and her friend and these four people in the middle left to go gamble in the middle of the show. They came back halfway through my set, and 2 other people there was an older couple stage right in front, and the guy looked like he was having a great time, and his wife looked miserable, and then told us afterwards that she had a great time, and we were like, oh, you should tell your face, because we couldn't tell. So Gabriel does half his set with no PA system. It was horrendous. And then after the show, like 10:30 at night, they go, oh, here's your food comps. Great. Nothing is open in the casino. This is a casino that has a snack bar and a restaurant. It's a small casino. That's all they had. All of that is closed by 10:30 at night. So they hand us a food comp that we should have been handed when we checked in at 4 p.m. to eat. And so I used that for breakfast the next morning before I left. But holy cow, what a weird one. So Kara, thank you for being there. I appreciate it. Next time we'll do it a little more organized. And so that was a crazy one. Now, I did have one more show 2 nights later on Saturday. And that one was a happy medium. And it looked like this. Right there. Yes, it was at a brewery right here in San Jose, which is nice. I don't get to perform near home very often. And we were at a nice little brewery. They set up a stage. Those are actually wooden pallets I'm standing on, but it's a stage and a nice little curtain and a couple of ferns around the side. And we had a nice group of people. There's probably 35, 40 people there. Not a huge show, but a fun show. And so that was a nice way to sort of cap off that week. And yeah, man, Twin Pine. It's a good thing I was getting paid a flat rate and not a door deal. That's all I got to say about that one. So it was yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, if you got a song recommend, if you there's a particular song you'd like to hear, go ahead and drop that in the chat. I'm excited to see you all here. I'll see if I can. Let's do this one. I haven't done this one in a while. This is a song about a girl I used to date who had one of those cool mythological names like Athena or Zeus. Hey, Ryan's here. What's up? Ryan's got jokes. All right, let's put it on the screen here. Ryan's got jokes. How'd he fix a broken pumpkin with a pumpkin patch? Bravo, Ryan. Jason, I did play near you recently. You missed that one, but that's okay. I'll be back around. We'll talk about tour dates here in a second. I feel like I should play you a song after yakking at you for that whole giant story there. So we'll do a song, and then I'll tell you about some tour dates, and then we'll talk about some other stuff. By the way, is Judith here yet? Judith, if you're here, drop a comment in so I know you're here. And then we'll talk about it after. All right, here we go. Don't look now, here comes my baby. Really don't look now, she'll turn you to stone. Her name's Medusa, but I call her Sugar Bear. Her name's Medusa, yeah, she got a bunch of snakes for hair. I met her in a coffee shop, I had a mocha latte. She had a bowl of scorpions and I said, ooh, sassy. She had her sunglasses on and her snakes tied back in a pretty little Hello Kitty hair barrette that made her sexy green skin look like a rotten orange. That's hot. Her name's Medusa, a sweet little honey buns. Her name's Medusa, we watch Clash of the Titans reruns. I took her to meeting Mom and Dad around Christmas time. I said they're open-minded, baby, it'll be just fine. My mama opened the door to my childhood home, and then she very, very promptly turned to stone. Who knew my mama was such a freaking racist? Damn! Her name's Medusa, my sweet little rock-a-roller. Her name's Medusa, yeah, her favorite cheese is Gorgonzola. I said, let me see your eyes. She said, I can't, I'll make you hard. I said, damn straight, baby. She said, that's not what I'm talking about, jackass. Her name's Medusa, a sweet little huggy bear. I can't stare at her eyes, so I'll just stare at her derriere. There we go. That one's called Here Comes My Baby. And by the way, all these songs that I'm playing, you can find them on your favorite music streaming platform, whether that is the evil Spotify or the evil Apple Music or the evil YouTube Music. They're all evil. Anyway, you can find these songs on your favorite music streaming platform. By the way, you know what? Hey, there's a new one. Wait, hang on. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a new one called Coda Music, CODA, like a tag ending in music. Coda Music. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate that. Check out Coda Music. They are paying the artists in a much more fair way. They've got deals with the majors, so they've got all your favorite songs on there. I think it's a pretty cool, platform for listening to music, and I've been dipping into it a little bit myself. Plus, there are social aspects to it as well. So when you follow an artist on there, you can get like cool insidery stuff from that artist, like stuff that isn't being put out elsewhere. So it's Coda Music. Go check that out. I like it. Cool, Sheila. Well, I hope your boyfriend is enjoying it. All right. So real quick here, I want to throw a birthday shout out to Judith Brewer. Judith is sitting at home with cake and champagne and ice cream and having a nice little birthday party solo by herself tonight. So I want to throw a birthday shout out to Judith. Happy birthday, Judith. And I hope you're having a good time checking out the show. All right. So tour dates. There are tour dates coming up this Saturday. You can't see me because I'm doing a private event in Fremont, California here. If you ever want to do a private event, I do those. And in fact, this one is like not for a fan. This one is just one I got hired for. I love to do private events for people who actually know what I do. And so whether that's a house concert or you're doing a birthday party or an anniversary party, or you just want to throw a comedy show in your apartment complex's community room or something for your company or whatever it is, I love to do that for you guys that know who I am. And so just contact me about that. We can hook something up and it's going to be good. So I got a couple of those coming up here that are a lot of fun. Anyway, November the 2nd, I will be at Foxtail Fermentation in San Jose, California. On November the 7th, I'll be at the Lumpia Company in Oakland, California. Also free of federal agents right now. Yeah, because they gave them a hassle this morning. ICE is going into Oakland, and they do not appreciate it. On November the 13th, I'll be in Reno, Nevada at the Prost Beer Garden. The 11, 14, and 15, November 14th and 15th, I'm sorry, Boise, Idaho has been canceled because Mad Swede Brewing going out of business, which happens more than you would expect with so many breweries. So Mad Swede going out of business. So my Boise, Idaho shows were canceled, but I do have shows that night, November the 14th at Gratitude Brewing in Eugene, Oregon. And then November the 15th, I will be doing a private event in just outside of Portland. November the 16th, I will be headlining the Tacoma Comedy Club, the 6th Street location in Tacoma, Washington. That's that Sunday. Monday, November the 17th, I'll be at the Laugh Basement at the Goodfoot in Portland, Oregon. On November the 20th, I'll be headlining at Craft Kitchen in Bend, Oregon. And that's that run right there. December 5 through 7, I'll be headlining at Caesars Republic Casino in Lake Tahoe, California. December the 15th, Abbott Square, Santa Cruz. December 18 and 19, going south to Temecula, California to headline Pachanga Casino for 2 nights. And December 27th, Quinn's Lighthouse, Oakland, California. December 30th, Moxa Brewing Company in Rockland, California. Okay, that's the tour dates. You can always find those. If you're in Team Philogelos, just hit that tour dates tab on the left-hand menu, and you can see all the tour dates right there. And thank you, Ryan. Virtual hug right back to you, buddy. So you can see all the tour dates there, or if you just go to philjohnsоncomedy.com, which is somehow missing again from the bottom of the thing here. There we go. philjohnsоncomedy.com. You can also find all my tour dates there as we update them. I don't think they're all updated yet. I don't think Abby's got them all up yet because we try to make sure we have the ticket link so that you can actually get the tickets. So all of those dates may not be listed on my tour dates yet, but they will be as my dear assistant Abby gets those all up and running for you. Okay, cool. So let's have another song, and then we'll do some shout outs to the Inner Circle members. How about that? All right. This one is from, what album is this on? I think this is from my album of short songs called the Itty Bitty Ditty Committee. And so this is a song about, well, it's called Hidden Stash. He had a hidden stash underneath the floorboards in the back room of the house. He knew his family would shun him if they ever found him out. But when the whole family's doing keto and Brussels sprouts fill you with dread, then under the floorboards in the back of the house is where you keep your bread. Illicit bread. I talk about losing weight a lot. I hit my target weight a few weeks ago. That was very exciting. My target weight is not what the doctors say my target weight is, because I've found that my friends who get down to their actual like medical target weight tend to look older. And I don't really want to look older. I want to keep a little fat in my cheeks. So my target weight, I got down to it. Very happy. Turned out it was a trampoline. And I've put a couple pounds back on since then that I'm now trying to get rid of again. So that's the way that works. My girlfriend went and had a hangout with her friends the other night. And girl hangouts, not like dude hangouts. Dude hangouts, you show up, you hang out. Girl hangouts, everybody's got to bring something. My girlfriend brought a fruit bowl, and somebody else brought like desserts, like these like fudgy pastry like desserts, and she brought some home, and I did them in, friends. Yeah, I did, and that was not good for the weight trampoline. Yeah, right. Cow. By the way, it's Happy Diwali. Oh, yeah, sure, Jason. I'll play that one for sure. Happy Diwali, if you're a celebrant of Diwali. I love Diwali as a holiday. It's celebrated by Hindus, a few Sikhs, Jains, a few Buddhists, and some Christians trying to jam some Jesus into it like they always like to do. Christians love to steal a good holiday, right? Christmas was Saturnalia. Easter was the festival of Estra. The original holidays had a lot more nude people in them. Now they're all cleaned up. So anyway, Diwali just happened. The last night, it's a 5-night jam. Last night was the last night. And it was great. I was walking around my neighborhood this morning, and I was looking at the rangoli that some of my Hindu neighbors had on their porches and stuff. Really fun to see. But they have sweets. And if you have an Indian bakery near you, go. Get some. You won't know the name of anything. I don't know the name of anything. I just point and I go, give me the yellow one, give me the pink one, and they're spectacular. So good. Literally just dough balls of sugar water. Just, wow. Yeah, really, really good. But I like Diwali. Diwali is the second largest holiday in the world. It's celebrated by over 1 billion people. Christmas has celebrated by about 2 billion people. But the story behind Diwali is that it celebrates light over dark. It celebrates the triumph of good over evil. It celebrates the triumph of knowledge over ignorance. Oh boy, do we need a holiday like that in this country. Do we not? Yes. Because we have people now that say things like, you just think you're more smarter than me because you're more educated. Yeah. Welcome to the United States of Dunning-Kruger. Anyway, so it's a great story. So, and there's lots of different stories behind Diwali. They worship the goddess, I'm spacing on it. It's the goddess of wealth. And so they say prayers to the goddess of wealth and prosperity. And Christians have a prayer like that too. It usually goes, "Dear God, let my lottery numbers hit." I don't think the Indian one is like that. But they have Krishna defeated a demon and rescued 16,000 girls from this demon. And that demon, of course, was named Jeffrey Epstein. But that's one of the stories. It's not Jeffrey Epstein, but that's one of the stories, And so there's lots of cool stories behind it. But it's all like good over evil, knowledge over ignorance. I love that as a theme. What do we have? What do we have for Christmas? Christmas is when we celebrate the night a couple couldn't get a hotel room. So then they go and have their baby in a barn, and then she tells him it's not his. That is a trashy holiday. That's a trashy holiday, friends. All right, so Jason requested Picnic in the Sun. Let's do that. I'll pick you up in my ride. We'll head out with the breeze and the sun in our eyes. Find a pretty little spot where we can relax and rid the country of rot. I'll spread out the blankets and you pour the wine. Charcuterie tray, we'll have a grand old time. Punching fucking Nazis, a fist right to their face. Making damn sure that they always know that they're not the master race. Punching fucking Nazis until Artie gives them the runs. And then we'll sit right back, relax in the grass with our picnic in the sun. And when they throw a cig heil, we'll give them titty twisters, then relax for a while. Nosh on some cheese while the crackers get beat, left in a big old pile. They say they've read 2 books, but they still can't read. Gotta kick them in the nuts so they can't breed. Punching fucking Nazis, 2 wrongs don't make a right. So I hold out my hand to help one up, pull it back and yell out, psych! Punching fucking Nazis to the calling 911. Then a black cop gets the call and stop. Join our picnic in the sun. I'll bring the sandwiches, you bring the bats, and we'll smite those anti-Semites, shove those bats right up their ass. 'Cause they're so afraid of being gay, or trans, or femme, or brown. Dose their Adderall with LSD, maybe they'll come around. So Sit back, relax, and enjoy a snack, then head back to the fray. Snatch your face with your high heels, which they secretly like anyway. We'll be punching fucking Nazis, those humanoid hemorrhoids. The boys aren't so proud when curb stomped by a crowd as we binge on Schadenfreude. Punching fucking Nazis while we snack on cherry pie. Ninja star shaped just like swastikas, and we'll aim right for their eyes. Punching fucking Nazis. When we've had our fun, we'll wipe the blood off and share a kiss at our picnic in the sun. There we go. Picnic in the sun, punching Nazis. Yeah. All right, cool. I just noticed it's getting dark earlier. We can actually use the lights in the studio here again. That's nice. Jason said, if nobody else is going to pick songs, I'll pick some songs. So yeah, Jason, we got time for a couple more here. Tim said, let's see, if you said anything about where you were from, I missed it. Oh, Tim, I'm from San Jose, California. That's where we are right now. I tour all over the country. Yes. If you ever make it to Rockford, Illinois, I think I've been to Rockford. I don't remember when, though. And Tim, let me know where your favorite place to see comedy is in Rockford, Illinois, and I'd be happy to come there. Love to be in the front row with my significant other. We're disabled. Good. Awesome. Well, I mean, not good, but, you know, I like everybody. I like everybody who doesn't have their head up their ass. I'll put it that way. But if you come to a smaller bar, Mary's Place bar would be the perfect place. Okay, Mary's Place, good. I'm known around here for doing my very best to keeping the blues alive in Rockford. Awesome, yeah. Dude, I'm a big blues guy. I was just jamming over the Thrill Is Gone jam track before we came on to do this here. Getting some blues in. Gotta have that blues, right? That was not my best blues by any means. Thanks, Brittany. Oh, Jason, yeah, we're gonna do that one. We're gonna close up with that one tonight. I think I got a different version to play for you guys tonight. But Tim, yeah, I'd love to come to Rockford, Illinois, Mary's Place Bar. I'll have to check that out. Brittany, take note of Mary's Place Bar in Rockford, Illinois, if you would, and we'll check into that one. I feel like there's some place in Rockford I have played before, but I could not tell you where it is. But yeah, Tim, I get all over the country, so I would love to come and see you and your SO and have a good time at those shows there. I know I'm going to be booking Ohio, some stuff in Ohio coming up. And so usually when I go to Ohio, if I got a couple nights off, I leave Ohio and go to Chicago. And so that's ripe for some Illinois dates there. So we will definitely do that for sure. Let me check my notes. I want to make sure that I am not missing anything I'm supposed to be telling y'all about here. So we're gonna do the latest single, Asshole 2025 here. I appreciate all your support on it. It's been doing pretty darn well. I've had my share of trolls coming at me as well, which is to be expected with a song like that. But if you would like to help me get the word out about any of my songs, about any of my songs that are out, anything you've heard tonight that's out, there's a few things that you can do to help. First, listen to the song wherever you listen to music. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, wherever. Those songs are there, so just look up Phil Johnson. Phil Johnson Roadside Traction will come up, and you can listen to any of those songs. So that's the first thing. Just listen. And then saving those songs to your library, or my stand-up tracks, if you can find my stand-up tracks on there as well. Burning Sensation album, that's on there too. And all that stuff. So all my comedy specials are, I think they're still on Spotify. Spotify has been very shitty to comedians over the last couple of years because comedians would like to actually be paid for their work and they're not. And so there's a whole lawsuit going on there. But I think all my comedy stuff is also still on Spotify. So anyway, save that stuff to your library because that tells the algorithm, hey, people want to save this. They want to hear it. Add it to a playlist. Make up a playlist of whatever. Add it to a playlist you already listen to. Maybe you got your workout playlist, you got your chill out playlist, whatever it is. Or you can make your own playlist. I've been making songs like protest song playlists. Some great protest music happening out there. The next thing is whenever you see my stuff on social media, just engage with it. Like drop a comment. A like is okay, but they don't count likes that much anymore. So the big things that count are comments, shares, and repeated viewing, right? So if it's a reel, if you watch that reel twice, they go, ooh, they want to see that again. All right. But shares are a big thing. Comments are a big thing. Tell a friend. If you know somebody that would like what I do, then share a song with them, share a video with them, share a stand-up clip with them, share a Spotify link with them, whatever it is. And you can even invite them to the Team Philogelos community. And in fact, I don't have the right link for that. But yes, so very soon, in fact, we're going to have referral rewards for referring people to the team. So just tell them to go to my website, philjohnsоncomedy.com. Tell them they can join Team Philogelos for free there. And then the last thing is you can get creative. We have lots of creative people in Team Philogelos, and if you want to make something with one of my tracks, if you want to lip sync a song, if you want to do a dance to it, if you want to create a little music video with it, whatever it is, a TikTok video, feel free. Go ahead, just tag me in it so that I know it's there, and I can give you a big old shout out when I see it there. So I love when people make stuff. On TikTok, I have 2 songs. The Trip to the Dentist, I can't remember what the song is called, but the Trip to the Dentist song gets a lot of play on videos, and Tree Hugger gets a lot of play in videos. Those are my top 2 songs on TikTok. It's very weird that those two, because I've never performed them or anything. So, yeah. All right, cool. Rockford's about 2-3 hours away from Chicago. Indeed, it is. Chicago is my one of my absolute favorite cities, both to do comedy in and to eat in. And yeah, Tim, I am on YouTube. So yeah, youtube.com/PhilJohnsonFunny is where you can find me on there. Just stick Phil Johnson Comedian into the search bar and I'll come up. I am the only Phil Johnson comedian that I know of so far. There's another guy who directs plays in San Diego. There's a jackass evangelical bonehead dude, and there's a real estate agent who owns philjohnson.com, and I've been waiting for that guy to retire so I can take that domain from him. And there's a Phil Johnson master barbecue pitmaster, who apparently he wins like barbecue championships. So there's a few Phil Johnsons around, but I'm the only comedian one. So there you go. Yeah, Ryan, I know I have sunglasses on my head. They are always on my head when I'm doing shows. And I'll tell you, here's the thing. People have asked me about why I wear the sunglasses on my head. First of all, I've been putting sunglasses on my head since middle school. I actually have 2 dents right here in my head from the little nose things on the sunglasses. But honestly, the reason I wear them when I perform is to keep my hair out of my face. It works like a hairband. And so it works right. I don't even wear these sunglasses as sunglasses. These are only stage sunglasses. I don't wear them as actual sunglasses because they actually kind of look stupid on me as sunglasses. So they're there. I bought a box of these and I just wear them as a headband. So it works. Yeah, Tim, playlists those are big for the algorithm. Thank you. I appreciate that. And my autoresponder sent you something. So look for that, Tim. Autumn from Snohomish. Yeah, I've played that casino up there in Snohomish. So Autumn, I'm going to be in Tacoma, Washington next month on the 16th. And I feel like I just booked something else up there too, but I can't remember what it is. We just booked a whole bunch of shows for next year. But yeah, if you want to take the trip over, I know Snohomish and Tacoma are kind of far apart there. But November 16th, if you want to come out to Tacoma Comedy Club, I'd love to see you, Autumn. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you know what it is? It's the trigger word laugh. All right, Ryan, it sent you something too. It's going to send you my comedy special to watch. I have a little like autoresponder thing that does that. Anna Marie's here. What's up, Anna Marie? We missed you too. Dentist Appointment. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, you're right. Dentist Appointment is the song that I'm thinking of there. I got a dentist. Let me see if I can remember it. I got a dentist appointment eating hella Oreos for breakfast. I got a dentist appointment eating hella Oreos for breakfast. When he says when I say he's gonna go because now he's got to clean out I can't remember. It's a song about eating a whole bag of Oreos right before going to the dentist. Which, if you see the music video for it, which is on my YouTube channel, in the music video, I actually do eat an entire package of Oreos within a 30-second song. It's a mess. Tim says the Image Lounge. Okay. Cool. Image Lounge. Brittany, take note of the Image Lounge also in Rockford, if you would. Thank you. Brittany helps me out with booking stuff. So, all right, cool. All right, let's do one more song here, and then I gotta go eat some dinner because I'm getting pretty darn hungry. So we're gonna do the new single here, which I'm very excited to play for you. And so if you've heard the recorded version, it's pretty heavy. And angry, which I think makes it less funny, actually. And so I haven't been marketing that one as a comedy song per se, but just as an angry protest song. There is a new version of it coming out in 2 weeks. Now, if you're in Team Philogelos, you're going to get it next week. It'll show up in the community. I'll let you know when that's there. So if you haven't joined Team Philogelos yet, be sure to do that. There's the QR code right there, and you can join for free. There, you're going to get the new version of Asshole 2025 next week. It's a jazz version. Yeah, sounds pretty cool too. And then, but I haven't. Neither one of those is one that I can really accurately perform live without other stuff happening around it. So I've been working on a version of Asshole 2025 that I can do for live shows. And I think, first of all, the jazz version funnier, even though it's the same lyrics, same everything. It's just a jazz version. I think it's actually funnier than the original. And so the version I'm going to play for you tonight is what I think I'm going to end up playing when I do live shows. So we'll see how it goes. You let me know how you like it. I've just been messing with it. I don't think it's a finished version yet necessarily. But here we go. I blew it. Hang on. I know you got aspirations of being a king someday, but you're nothing but a fascist protege. Poster boy for country castration, simping for a Russian clown. Go deep, you just might make your whole face brown, brown, brown. You're red cap, fact-free, sad, pathetic fuck, and you're an asshole. And we don't like you very much. You can stick your third grade taunts right up your fascist butt, cause you're an asshole. Making the rest of us look bad. Country's public image is a bloviating sack of shit-filled assholes, cause you're an asshole. Whoa! You bought your way into your financial kingdom, stealing credit for others' work. Ketamine-fueled, chainsaw-wielding, jerk-off jerk. Rich boy with a debt-ridden empire, pretending that you're Tony Stark. But every plan you launch blows up in the dark, dark, dark. You red, blue check, self-owned, cringe, posting fuck, you're an asshole. We don't like you very much. You can stick your feckless doge right up your Nazi butt, cause you're an asshole. And a total deadbeat dad who's rather spend his time impressing brain-dead incel chads. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. Whoa. This song might offend a few, and if it does, then you're a useful tool. And if you think that this is all so cool, then I'm singing this here song about you. You're an asshole, and we don't like you very much. You can stick your red ball cap right up your racist butt, cause you're an asshole. With a ignorant point of view, when someone says go fuck yourself, you vote and say I do, cause you're an asshole. You're an asshole. Whoa. You're a whole assload of assholes. An assload of assholes. You're a whole assload of assholes. An assload of assholes. You're a whole assload of assholes. An assload of assholes. You're a whole assload of assholes. An assload of assholes. You're an asshole, and we don't like like you very much. There we go. All right. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Autumn. Appreciate that. Laugh your... No, Tim, I don't know what LTYF means. Anybody know what LTYF means? Tim brought that up there. LTYF, laugh through your face. I don't know, Tim. I'm not sure what that one is, but thank you. I appreciate it. So if you don't know, that song is based on a song I wrote 20 years ago. That was a big hit in my early shows about annoying coworkers. That's what that was. And it had a groove kind of like that. So I changed up the groove. I rewrote lyrics because we got bigger fish to fry now. It seems like I could write a new set of lyrics every day on these jackasses. And I wrote new song and I rearranged the whole thing. So when you go listen to it on the music streamers, laugh till you fart. All right. Thanks, Tim. When you go listen to it on the music streamers, it's a heavy, angry version. That's the version I think I'm going to be doing in live shows. And then next week, Team Philogelos members are going to get the new jazz version of that. And then the week after that, the general public will get the jazz version of that out as well. So yeah, we're at 4 versions of the asshole song at this point. Sheila says she's going to be in Tacoma, November 14 to 17. That's awesome, Sheila. November the 16th is when I'm going to be at Tacoma Comedy Club. So you should grab some tickets for that, and I would love to see you there. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate that. Yeah, Sheila, love to see you there. In fact, send me a message, because I think you're... Wait, we got to do this. We got to go through and give some shout-outs that I totally forgot about. Let's give some shout-outs to our gold and silver members in Team Philogelos. Gold members, Angela Gates, Carol Sweet-Smith, Chris Wesley, Cynthia Leonard, Duranda Moss, Sheila Baker is a gold member, Tracy Howell, Lisa Holder, Sophie Kellogg, Monica Lane. Our silver members, Dr. Di Chadwell, Lisa Sutherland, Moose Allen, Sheila Ebbinger, Shanity Fleming. Greetings to all of you, and our diamond member, Brittany Brown. Yeah, on the high end right there. So, Sheila, since you're a gold member, I will do my best to get you free tickets, if not discount. I'll try to get free tickets. Might be a discount. I'll have to see. I don't know if that club gives me a guest list yet. I'll have to ask. But send me a message, and I'll see if I can get you a couple of tickets to that show. Okay? All right, friends. Well, that's it. I got to go eat some dinner. It's garbage night. I got to do homeowner shit. That's what I was doing all day. We had a plumber here. I wasn't doing. Our plumber, Pilo, was here fixing our tub. We have a tub that has never drained right in the 20 years we've lived in this house. So we finally said, let's just get Pilo over here. Pilo is the greatest plumber in the world. If you are here in the South Bay area of California, San Jose, Mountain View, Fremont, that area, and you need a plumber, let me know. I'll send you Pilo. He's amazing. Pilo fixed our tub today. And it was the first time I've ever heard Pilo sound frustrated during a job. Holy cow, he's in there like, oh man, he's like the calmest dude ever. And he was like, what the hell is going on with this thing? So it was very interesting to hear that from Pilo. Anyway, Pilo, awesome plumber. Love that guy. All right, friends. Wonderful to chat with you tonight. Thanks for hanging out. We will be doing this next week. We're going to have a pre-Halloween show on October 30th. I don't know what I mean by pre-Halloween, except it's the day before Halloween. So I don't know, show up in a costume, even though I can't see you. Do it up. I hope people come and trick-or-treat this year. We got nobody last year. No trick-or-treaters. 0. I had a full bag of candy at the end of the night. All right. Anyway, friends, we'll talk more Halloween.